What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news video, and I'm so excited to say that Liverpool are in the process of making their second transfer of the summer. So welcome to Liverpool FC Wonderkid Harvey Elliott. This is a guy who is highly rated. We have signed him ahead of Barcelona and Real Madrid. According to the Telegraph, Fulham have offered the teenager a scholarship, but this was rejected by Elliott, and now Liverpool have reportedly won the race to sign the Fulham Wonderkid. So in this video you will learn all you need to know about this guy. So if you are excited about this and if you enjoy these videos, leave a like. It just takes a second for you guys to press the like button, and it shows me that you guys enjoy the videos, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool transfer news videos. Turn on the bell notification so you will never miss a future upload. So this Wonderkid has been tracked by clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain and even RB Leipzig. Fulham are set to receive a large compensation package from Liverpool when the transfer eventually goes through. So now let's take a look at what we know about this guy. This guy was born in 2003, so that means that he is only 16 years old now. But this is now the way forward for Liverpool. Instead of signing some ready-made players for big bucks, we are signing the future of Liverpool FC, and I think this is a very good strategy, because Liverpool don't really need a lot of first team players who can come into the team right now, but I think these signings are definitely for the future, and I think it's very excited. So Elliott in fact started out in Queen's Park Rangers in London before signing for neighbours Fulham, where he grew up alongside the likes of Ryan and Steven Stessagnon. And despite only being 16 years old, Elliott has been drifting between the Fulham under-18s and the Fulham under-23s for the past few seasons. He is that talented, and he actually became the youngest player to make an appearance for Fulham at 15 years and just 174 days in their League Cup win over Millwall last season, and he later became the Premier League's youngest ever player when he came on, aged just 16 years old and 30 days against Wolves. Wow, just at 16 you make your Premier League debut. This guy must have something special. So let's look at the style of play that he has. So Elliott plays right wing, but is more of a modern inside forward who possesses an incredible natural ability to read the game. He runs with the ball superbly, and he's also great at positioning himself close to the final defender before beating the offside trap and latching onto a through ball to score a goal. Perhaps most notable about Elliott's style is that he plays with a bravery that is beyond his years. He is not afraid of anyone despite being just 16 years old. He knows where the goal is, and he's calm in front of goal. He's not afraid to take a player on, and he's not afraid to try the spectacular. He once scored from behind the halfway line in an academy game. So you have to have a big confidence to score from your own half, even if that's an academy game. What have other managers said about Harvey Elliott? Then caretaker, now Fulham manager Scott Parker had the following to say about Elliott after bringing him on against Wolves in the Premier League. Harvey is on the bench and he gets on the pitch because he deserves to. He has been outstanding in training over the past 3 weeks. He's a special talent and we want to nurture him the best we can. Fulham captain Tom Kearney added, "He has been a sensation since he joined in training a few months ago. He doesn't look out of place and he does some bits of magic that everyone goes after that." Wow. His attitude and his belief in himself at such a young age is refreshing and also frightening. He's got a great football brain, an eye for goal, and he's a very entertaining player. Hopefully we'll have a long and successful career. And if Liverpool sign Elliott, and I think it's just a matter of days before this is announced, because the Mirror, the Telegraph, the Daily Mail are all reporting this, it's another indication of the way Jurgen Klopp is building for the future. Over the past few years, Jurgen Klopp has splashed some serious cash on the likes of Alisson, Van Dijk, Naby Keita, but he's happy with the Champions League's winning side he has created, and he isn't looking to disrupt it by signing many big name players from elsewhere. So instead, by signing Sepp van den Berg and potentially Elliott, Jurgen Klopp is looking to land youngsters in his mold that he can develop into possible first team players in the future. Ultimately, it says that he intends to remain at Liverpool as a Liverpool manager for the foreseeable future, which is very, very exciting and very good to hear. And Fulham's academy has produced some wonder kids before, Patrick Roberts, who signed for Manchester City, he's now on loan at Norwich City, and Tottenham target Ryan Sessegnon. And Elliott is expected to become Liverpool's second summer signing, and I think he will play for either the under-23s or the under-18s, but I think in 1 or 2 years we will see this guy play for Liverpool in the first team, because in 1 or 2 years Jurgen Klopp can really mold him into the kind of player that he wants. And Fulham, of course, had hoped that Elliott would sign his first professional contract with them before he turns 17, but it would appear that he has rejected their offer in favor of a transfer to Liverpool. And Liverpool, of course, will have to compensate Fulham, and negotiations are said to be ongoing because of that. But I still think that even if the compensation is something crazy like 6, 7 or 10 million, we can really make our money back. He is basically Liverpool's Phil Foden, if you like. He's a similar type of player, and also Phil Foden is now becoming Manchester City a first team player, and Elliott is a very gifted teenager who is left footed, and he has of course a lot of confidence, tight control, creative eye for goal, and he's quite a similar player to Phil Foden, if you like. And Harvey Elliott is also an England under-17s midfielder, so he played for the England under-17s before. And what is also crucial is that Liverpool under-23s, under the guidance of Neil Critchley, is adopting very similar training regimes, training methods to the first team. So Liverpool under-23s play the same way, and they train almost the same as well as the first team, just to provide a seamless transition between the Liverpool under-23 side and the first team. And you could see previously with Trent Alexander-Arnold that there is a direct path from the Liverpool Youth Academy to the Liverpool first team, so that would give a lot of confidence to Harvey Elliott as well. And Jurgen Klopp gave an update on Xherdan Shaqiri's fitness. Shaqiri and Origi returned to Melwood yesterday, and this is what Jurgen Klopp said. Shaq is still injured from the national team, and it will take a while until he is in again in training. He has a tear in his calf, so he will be not involved for a while, which is a real shame, but I think Shaqiri needs to just get fit, and then he can join the pre-season training camp. And Jurgen Klopp also commented on Brazil's Copa America success. I'm so happy to say that Firmino and Alisson now have a Copa America trophy next to their Champions League trophies, so they won back-to-back big trophies. And the Copa America has a lot of prestige in South America. Brazil have beaten Peru 3-1 in the final, and they really deserved to win the tournament. I think they were the best team. And Jurgen Klopp told LiverpoolFC.com with a grin. I wrote them a message immediately after the game. I was sent a couple of videos, voice messages and stuff like that. They had a good time. The last one I got this morning at 7:30, so they need a holiday, but they deserve it, of course. It's nice, it's really nice to see them celebrating again. When you see the pictures yesterday after the game, how the whole of Brazil celebrated, it reminded me immediately of our little celebration 4 or 5 weeks ago. It's nice, it helps them, of course. I think the last time Brazil won, it was in 2007, so these players were kids. Alisson is now 26. He was 14 years old then, so it's just nice. You watch the game then, and they could have not imagined that they would be the next generation to win it. I'm really happy for them, and that's a good perspective to have, that Brazil won the the Copa America 14 years ago. And what a coincidence that Liverpool also won the Champions League 14 years ago, I think. Or is it? Yeah, it's 14 years ago. So maybe Jurgen Klopp's math is wrong, because if Brazil won the Copa America in 2007, that makes it 12 years ago that Brazil won the Copa America the last time. And Divock Origi is also back in a pre-season training, and this is what he said after the Champions League win. It always gives you the will to win more. I saw Kenny Dalglish after the game in Madrid, and he said the first trophy is nice, but the second one is even more special. We will try to go for a second one and win as much as possible, but we need to focus game by game again, do the same as last season, try and prepare as well as possible, and then in the end, hopefully we will have a good result. There is a lot of potential in this team. We have everything here. We have already said it. We have made steps in our development. Everyone is a year older now. We have experience of winning a cup. So I think we come back stronger and with even more hunger. I think it's always good to reset and to just relax. I think mentally we needed it because it was a long season, a good season. We are recharged now and happy to be back. I'm excited. I'm always excited at the beginning of a new season. We came back with a lot of energy. The boys have already been working. I came back a couple of days after, so it's good to join them again. And I think this is a huge season for Divock Origi. He wants to stay at Liverpool, and Jurgen Klopp also said that he doesn't want to sell Origi, even if he doesn't sign a new contract, which I think Liverpool and Origi are talking about a new contract. Even if he doesn't sign a new contract, we need Origi next season. It would be very difficult to replace both Sturridge and Origi in one single window. And with Origi and Ryan Brewster next season, we have a very good backup strike force, and I really hope that Origi can stay fit for the whole season and bang in a lot of goals, because I can see Origi getting like 10 or 15 goals from the bench, because he has a very good development already, and with the experience of winning the Champions League, of scoring in the Champions League semi-finals to knock Barcelona out, scoring in the Champions League final, Origi's confidence should be sky high, and that is huge for a striker. To have a lot of confidence is big, and I think he will start the season as the main striker for Liverpool, because both Mane and Firmino will be on a long holiday, so by the time they come back, the season will have already started. So I expect Origi to start, and hopefully he will score at the beginning of the season again, and that will even give him even more confidence. And Joe Gomez said that Liverpool have unfinished business in the Premier League. This is what he said. Definitely, Jurgen Klopp said that this morning in the meeting. We can be happy and proud of the achievement of last season, but we have got so much more work to do and so many ways to improve as well. The Premier League was so close, and I think that's all the motivation we need. That we were so close but so far at the same time, in the fact that we didn't get the trophy, we didn't win the Premier League. It's something we want to get this year, and to do so we can't get complacent or dwell on what happened last season. We have to hit the ground running again now. And Joe Gomez is happy to be back in Liverpool training after enjoying a summer break. Obviously it is as intense as you would expect when you first come back, a lot of running and dusting the cobwebs off. That's what Joe Gomez said. But it feels good. It's nice to be back. It was nice to end on such a high last season, and we just want to carry on where we left off and keep the momentum going. And in my opinion, Liverpool need to aim to get 100 points in the Premier League, because I can't see Manchester City letting up. With Guardiola being their manager, Manchester City will be on 19 or 95 plus points next season. So Liverpool have to aim for almost a perfect season. Of course, always Liverpool need to win every game. We want to win every game, but I think last season there were some games where we settled for a point, if you like. We didn't risk going for the win, and I think that's the kind of changing mentality that Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool must make. That even against big teams, when it's a draw with like 20-30 minutes to go, we must go for the jugular and risk losing the game to actually get a big reward by winning the game. And it's better to win one game and lose another than to get 2 draws. And that's the way how Manchester United operated under Sir Alex Ferguson, and that's how Liverpool need to operate as well. Manchester City will aim to win every game, and Liverpool have to do the same. So I'm really looking forward to next season. And Harry Wilson is back at Liverpool, and he wants a fair crack at getting in the first team. This is what he said after his summer holiday. The plan is to work hard. Now I am back here, and it is up to me to try and impress the manager and get into the team. I was excited to get back and see the lads again. It was good to see the manager and the lads. I haven't been around for a while, to have a chat with them and see what they have been up to over the summer. Then getting back to work with them and putting each other through our paces. It's been a productive couple of days. I went out to the Champions League final with a couple of lads I played with in the youth teams. I was desperate to get out there. My season had finished a couple of days before the final, so I was able to get tickets, book flights and go out there. It was fantastic to see the club win a 6th European Cup. And it's just a shame that Harry Wilson wasn't in the squad. But next season, hopefully, he will be in the squad. I will be honest, I don't want Liverpool to send Harry Wilson out on loan. I want him to stay at Liverpool and fight for his place, because I think in the coming months we will need a player like Harry Wilson on the bench who can come on and make a difference, because Liverpool will be in 7 competitions next season. So that's important that we have as big a squad as possible. And Mo Salah finally commented on Egypt's exit from the Africa Cup of Nations, which was very sad, because I felt that Egypt, with Mo Salah providing some very good balls to other players, should have won, but one counter-attack and they lost the game against South Africa. And it wasn't because of Salah, because Salah put some brilliant balls on to his teammates who just couldn't finish their chances. This is what Mo Salah said, and I quote, "Very sad for our early exit from the Africa Cup of Nations. We were hoping to continue together till the end and offer the tournament trophy for our loyal fans, to whom I have to address a big thank you for the support we are used to from them. God willing, we will learn from our mistakes. I wish the best for the national team in what is to come." The only advantage for Liverpool is that he will be back at the end of pre-season. He will now have a 3-week holiday, and Sadio Mane is still with the Senegal at the Africa Cup of Nations, so I expect Mane to miss the start of the season. Maybe Salah will be back, but it's difficult because 3 weeks, Salah will be back just before the Community Shield final against Manchester City, and then Salah will probably do some pre-season training, so maybe he will miss the first 2 or 3 games of Liverpool season. And Alisson could be a contender for the Ballon d'Or, because he actually made an unprecedented goalkeeping record. He becomes the first goalkeeper in history to win 3 Golden Gloves in 1 season. Alisson racked up the most clean sheets in the Premier League, in the Champions League and in the Copa America. He kept a staggering 36 clean sheets, the same exact number of as goals he conceded for club and country, and Alisson only conceded from the penalty spot in Brazil's run to winning the Copa America, and that is astonishing, honestly. And I think Alisson is an outsider, but I think Virgil van Dijk should win the Ballon d'Or, because I think he had the best season out of all the players and he had the most influence on his team. Messi is of course also a contender, but Messi couldn't win the Copa America, he couldn't even get to the final, and Alisson and both Van Dijk won the Champions League. And I think Messi's Barcelona failed at the end of the season in the Champions League and in the Spanish Cup as well. But that's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments below, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.